Square Enix certainly have rhythm games on their mind of late, but for a company that boasts so many classic songs, very few, if any, were exploited to drive droves of gamers to their welcoming bosom. Other titles may have featured composers that are now famous amongst the gaming community, but Theatrhythm features the songs that brought them to our attention, notably the large anthology of songs they've written for the Final Fantasy series. The core premise and execution is simple. You'll play songs either of a field or battle type, tapping, swiping, and holding down on the screen to match the patterns thrown at you in time with the music. Field songs only utilize one track, though holds can swing up and down in a wavy line to catch you off guard. Alternatively, battle songs pit your crew of 4 heroes up against multiple enemies, with each character getting its own track that needs to be managed lest you take damage and possibly end your run. The heroes you use are drawn from the entire gamut of mainline Final Fantasy titles, and the same can be said of the list of songs available, if you can afford them. This is where I derail the fun train and note that Square Enix has fallen in love with in-app purchasing to an almost unhealthy degree. Everything from individual songs, packages of songs separate to those in the first lot, and characters from said Final Fantasy games are all locked behind a paywall. Most will only cost you a measly 99 cents a pop, but that quickly adds up considering the amount of content on offer. That said, no one is holding you up at gunpoint to buy everything. Indeed, you could buy content from your favorite game, or at least the score you enjoy the most, and be content. Spend enough time in the game and you'll level up characters, gaining new abilities and more health to make it easier to barrel through the quest mode, potentially unlocking collectible cards and alternate scores to songs you already own. If there's any real downside, it's that the iOS version feels woefully thin in gameplay options compared to the 3DS version. Limited initial content is further limited by in-app purchase, which in turn serves a game that lacks the modes and interactive options of its bigger brother. Custom scoring may make for a fun distraction, but that's all it really is. If you absolutely, positively can't get enough of the Final Fantasy series and its beautiful music, you may love the ability to play out the scores in a stylish way. For everyone else, you'll be hard-pressed to know where to spend your money, making it all but a minor distraction from other rhythm games you may own. This has been Andrew with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.